like some of the household names are going to get really hit, and they take nice 10, 15, 20% dips. And, if you're lucky enough to buy it, or, you're brave enough to buy it, because some people, when they see red, what happens? They kind of run. But,
Yep.
we've been trained to, when the market is selling off, that we go in there and we start buying stuff up, start snatching stuff up left and right, left and right, left and
I'm
right.
waiting for that YieldMax distribution to hit today so I can
Distribution.
start buying up. Like, I
All
mean,
right, well, let's dive straight in it, because MicroStrategy in the past 5 days still down around 6.5% for the past month, down 8.5%, and for the 6 month is down 16.8%, roughly 17%, right? But what is MSTY doing? MSTY in the past 5 days down 12%, for the month down 13, for the 6 month down 42%. But
damn.
what's going on with the distributions? MSTY's distribution is $1.85 this month.
Crazy.
Wow, what is
Crazy work.
distribution going on? And
Crazy
then
work.
NVDY, like NVDY, like what I told you, that last dividend when it paid like the $1.05, $1.10, or something like that. I was like, this is probably gonna be the lowest dividend. Like, you don't even got to worry about it. It's probably gonna kick up. And look, NVDY is paying $1.35. These YieldMax names are just, nonstop 5-6% a month. It's it's unheard of, unseen. These YieldMax products are, once in a lifetime kind of thing. This is not something that's been going on for 15, 20 years. This is something that's relatively started brand new over the last year or so.
There's going to be a lot of naysayers, like, obviously you have to have a set of cojones on you to be invested in YieldMax. That's just like evident,
Oh, for sure.
Like
I mean, like when I'm feeling bad about YieldMax, like, what I do when I feel bad about YieldMax?
buy more. No.
Yeah, I mean buy more, but I like to speak to
No.
retire on dividends. Like, hey man, how you doing today? How do you feel about this? It's just one of those things where retire on dividends really has all the stats, and gives great estimations every month. Just a great channel to view if you're in YieldMax products. We like to
Literally.
like on YieldMax, and we live through YieldMax, and we like to talk about YieldMax all day. But I feel like retire on dividends to have a nice spreadsheet for us. Nice
Literally. I mean,
spreadsheet
because at the end of
viewers.
the day, not even just the guys at YieldMax, but anybody who trades is not going to be 100%. Like it would be like
Impossible.
it would be
Impossible.
unimaginable to be like, yo, guys at YieldMax, like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't the trades going 100%? No trader is going to be 100%. And if they're telling you, right, they're lying.
No, yeah, like if a trader or a social media influencer is only showing you wins and not showing you losses, they're a fraud. If they say they never lost in day trading, lost thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, they're a fraud. Like
Literally.
the best traders in the world are gonna take losses, even when you get into high probability setup. Sometimes, that's why it's called a high probability setup and not 100% setup. You know what I mean?
And it's like
It's not
not
100%
even these
probability; it's a
dudes.
high probability.
Literally. And they'll say, you see people like say losses, but like people won't really like show like, hey, like this is what I
Oh,
lost.
we
And
love to show your losses. We love showing you
Futures
losses
Father,
because, yeah,
Futures
like, we're
Father shows it
human.
too. Yep.
Yeah, like we're human. So it's like there's gonna be days that we lose. Like, is there times that you get on hot streaks? Because me and you talk about it all the time. Is it times you get on hot streaks where you won 10, 15, 20 sessions in a row trading?
Yep.
Yeah, it is
Hell yeah.
actually.
Without a doubt.
But that's the craft. That's what you learn. Like, you learn how to, not put too much leverage up on the bet. If it goes your way, you make money. If it comes down, maybe you average in, depending on the setup, depending on what's going on.
Yep.
We like to keep it simple. If the RSI is over 75, maybe you should be looking into some sell side stuff. If the RSI is below a 25, maybe you should be looking to buy some calls. We like to keep it simplistic like that. And then if you want to add the 200-day moving average, that'll be good for you as well. So
I
we
mean,
like to
look,
do a little
yeah.
bit of every
I
nice
mean,
mixed blend of things.
even the loss, with me, like I didn't even really tell you, but Friday I wound up getting in a margin call from being in the NVIDIA leaps. And because, NVIDIA's been getting dogged.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You was
hey.
buying at the high. It's like, don't buy at the high, boy.
I mean, the high was still like, how much lower did we think? Like not, it was still pretty low, but then it went even lower. But it's like, you know what? I got in a margin call for a couple thousand, but guess what? Mondays are here now, and it's YieldMax distribution day. Like, I'm good. So that's just another great thing in YieldMax. I mean, look, like we said, MSTY's got 185, NVDY's got 135. I got 3,100 shares of NVDY. I got 1,725 shares of MSTY. So
Like
NVDY,
4,900 shares at $1.50 a pop on average. What's that? A little $7,500 for the
yes,
month.
73.97 from the human calculator, almost there.
Oh man,
So
that's
yeah,
beautiful, man.
73.97.
$7,400 a month. What did you have to go out and work for that?
Yeah, I had to talk to Jay.
Yeah, I had to get the money to go in there at first. Yeah,
Literally,
but
I mean, yeah, I
yeah,
had to have the confidence to even put it in there. So it's like that was the hard part. Now it's just how can we
absolutely.
temper our emotions to be like, hey, you know what? The positions might be down 15 grand all collectively. You know, they might be losing out 15 grand, but I just made up half of that, and now I'm at like probably over 30 grand that's made so far, and I've only been in YieldMax for 3-4 months. So it's a long-term journey that I'm just realizing if the initial capital gets recovered, everything else from there is just up, and I'm still in the positions. Plus, I might be getting
Oh, it's
more if
not.
I add in.
Yeah, like I tell you all the time, man. As long as you keep adding to it, and then as these distributions come in, you put them in other places, like you'll be fine. Not everything's gonna be green, 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 green
Sure.
every day. Like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you're living in a fairy tale if you think it is. Like I mean, think about YieldMax. A lot of people been hitting us up like, "Hey, YieldMax is down. YieldMax is down." I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing with your distributions? Are
Yeah.
you taking it out? Are you just going out to dinner every month, or like, are you planning vacations? Like, are you buying more into the
You
position?
eating
Like, what
Del
are you doing?"
Frisco's every night? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like, what are you ordering? Fogo de Chao? But
You know what's crazy too?
when
What
these
actually
things,
paid high was PayPal too.
oh,
PY was like
PayPal, yeah, like you mentioned
160. I
PayPal.
was seeing the payouts. I'm like, wow, they're like, because when we look at the YieldMax payouts, I'm like, all right, who's got up $1 or more? Because that's like, NVDY and MSTY. That's how you find them on the list most of the time. There's really nobody else paying $1 consecutively. So I have to look back at that. But that really surprised me just right before we like started recording. I'm like, wow, they're paying 161. They're only 16
Nah, I
bucks.
mean,
Crazy.
listen. I've been I've been watching PayPal and Square for a while, and they've been in a dead zone for a long time, just chilling
Hmm.
in the 60s. At some point, those names are gonna have a recovery story like Carvana.
Damn, you really think so,
Like
huh?
they're gonna fly off the handle sooner or later. Because think about PayPal and Square. Like they were like the first two big companies that really put like Bitcoin on the ledger. Like you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no
Like
lie.
you can buy cash,
Damn,
like
yeah.
you can buy Bitcoin on Cash App, and you can have Bitcoin on PayPal. Like that's like huge. But they haven't really got the premium. Like they really haven't got that premium push. So I I I would be very interested in I'm definitely looking forward to see how PayPal and Square react if Bitcoin starts reaching all-time highs. I'm like, I can see both of those stocks over $100 clean, smooth,
Hmm.
like with no resistance up.
That would be interesting to look at, like how much people are actually like what's their crypto holdings like, like how much people are actually like buying crypto in those platforms. That's a really good point.
Yeah, I
That we're
mean,
gonna
hey,
look up.
maybe that's like maybe that's something we look at the next episode or episode in the future. But
Well, because Square
I think
also paid high too for
discount,
Yield Max.
discount,
They also paid
discount,
high.
discount.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah, nah. I mean, like we just said, man, we can only be prepared for it and put ourselves in a position to take advantage of the opportunities that present themselves, And I know I'm gonna do it tonight. Once I get out the margin call and NVDY and MSTY, I'm hoping they're still on sale, and I'm gonna just keep it pushing, man, with my income, my monthly income. That's it. That's
Well,
all I'm
like
really
I'll tell
worried
you
about.
this, man. Over the next few months, I'm gonna be doing a lot of shopping. A lot of shopping. So, a lot of these yield max names are gonna take a hit. Well, not I wouldn't say take a hit, but they're gonna distribute heavy. Towards the end of the year, they have to empty the fund and reset them. So, like, you're gonna get some big distributions. Uh, I would say, once you get those big distributions, that should be going on. Retire on dividends
Is
at
it like
the
October,
like
maybe?
November.
Yeah,
Yeah,
October or
like you said
November. It's
November. We were
yeah.
saying December. So like we'll see what happens. It like could be November. He's
And
been
guys,
right
what
most of
that is too, if
the
you're
time.
if you're not familiar, there was an interview that Retire on Dividends actually did with the CEO of YieldMax, and he stated that in order for a certain tax advantage for the company to get, they have to pay out 90% of the profits at the end of the year. So that's just only good news for us, you know. In
Yeah, I
all
mean they have to
honesty,
distribute 90% of the profits from the fund. If not, they're gonna lose
they lose it. Yep. So
their tax
we
advantage. You
buying, we
know.
buying, we buying.
So,
Give it up, give it up,
yeah.
give it
So
up.
when those names reset and stuff, that's gonna be prime time for you to build a position if you
Yeah,
haven't
because
built it already,
they're
or
gonna
if you're getting some
empty
big
out.
distribution. Yeah, like they're gonna empty everything out. So, I tell you this, I am waiting.
Yep.
I am waiting until this reset comes, and when this reset comes, I'm going all the way.
Because honestly,
I'm
this
gonna
is
go all
honestly,
the way with
Tone,
it.
this is something we haven't really